Hi, welcome back and thanks for checking this one out. It's another paint video. I've got a new body set for this Buggy Champ here. The original body set's about 3 years old. I took it to Knox Vintage Bash down in Melbourne recently. Had a good run, flipped it upside down a few times, snapped the lights off, scuffed it. So I thought it'd be a good idea to do a new one, paint video. Nothing special, it's just one colour, box decals. Let's see how it goes. I've just finished sanding the body only with the 800 wet and dry. I did it dry so that you can actually see that it's matte as you're sanding. And then I've washed it with washing up liquid and dried it. There are a couple of areas that I've masked off because see where the driver figure gets glued in, you don't really want paint there. And on the inside, there's a little thin bit there because the dashboard gets glued in, so that will again help that glue in. So here's just a quick look at my first effort, which is all right, but as you can see the mould lines are still there in the plastic, through the middle of the roll bar, in the top of the steering wheel, brush painted black parts, the join through the helmet. Again, it's all right, but on this one I've filed and sanded all those joins out. So here are the parts ready. The only bit I haven't done is the helmet because I've only just glued that together, so it needs time to dry. All the parts have been sanded and primed. About 3 coats of fine surface primer, ready for top coats. So the body's had 3 coats of orange on the inside and a couple of coats while it was upside down on the outside. A day's gone by, it's dried, and I've given it a light sand with some 1500 wet and dry sandpaper. So that's ready now for another couple of final coats. I did that just in case there were any high spots in the white, so it's nice and smooth. So that's what 4 coats of orange looks like. This was sanded with 1500 wet and dry again between each coat. I've just masked the roof section off so I can paint the roll bar silver, but before I do the silver, I've just put a light coat of the orange just to seal the edges. That should prevent any bleed. There's 3 coats of TS17 gloss aluminium. There's the masking tape removed and it came out okay. I've made a start on the decals using the soapy water method as usual. I've also used a bit of gentle heat to stretch that white section as it goes in a few different directions. Got to be really careful, otherwise it does crease. Here's the progress on all the other small parts. The light buckets have all been painted with TS6 matte black. They've had 3 coats. I've also done the dashboard there, the steering wheel and the driver body. I'll hand paint the suit on after. I've also done the front of the lights. They're done in TS16 yellow, and I've just used all the leftovers from previous projects here, so I've been quite lucky not to have to buy any paint. And TS10 for the helmet, and as you might have seen on the previous little bit, I have masked that off. I used some blue tack for the face and then some, I think it was 2mm flexible Tamiya tape just to mask off where the black's going to go. Instead of brush painting the black details, I've decided to mask off the blue and then try and spray paint the matte black on the bottom and the sort of rim of the helmet. So let's see how that goes. And there's just a really light coat of blue just to seal those tape edges before I spray the matte black. And there's 3 coats of matte black. All right, let's get this masking tape off, see if it's any good. In case you're wondering, I'm just using a low tack household masking tape. It's called frog tape. Comes in varying degrees of stickiness, I guess you'd call it. I think this one's called the delicate surfaces tape. I think that's come out better than if I'd have done it with a brush, and I don't think it took much more time. Probably 5 minutes masking and then 3 light coats of black, and you just squirt that on, walk away, come back after 15 minutes, do it again and again. So I think it was worth it. Just got the face to finish now, and that will be brush painted. Just finished the hand painting, so there's the driver done. I used the acrylic paint, so we got flat white for the suit, flat red for the gloves, flat flesh for the face, regular white for his eyeballs, and semi-gloss black for his pupils. A little bit of chrome silver for the buckles. The roof, I glued the lights together after painting them and used some 5-minute epoxy. Just didn't want to risk solvent wrecking the paint or melting anything. And the dashboard's just been glued into the body, so just about to put it all together now. Thanks for sticking to the end. As you can see, the Buggy Champ's finished and it looks great. I am planning on doing another one in the blue and white vintage colour scheme, and I've got a set of vintage reproduction decals here that would finish that off. So please leave me a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. It's all massively appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.